Hey y'all, good afternoon. I'm Misbehaving, and the name of this channel is Misbehaving is Fun, where I talk about real people, real problems, and real trauma. And hey, even celebrities are real people too. So, some of you may be here if you're here for the mess. I was going to give it to you regarding Sharnita Horton, the star of Sharnita's World, um, her doing her Instagram live last night. And I was definitely prepared. But as I was looking at my comments, one particular person, I don't know if they're a millimeter or not. I don't know who this person is, but they left a comment and it touched me. And so that's why the heading of my show has been changed to I'd rather create peace than participate in destruction. So to Miss Paula Saunders, I want to thank you. So Miss Paula Saunders leaves the comment under my video. I had done a video a little earlier, um, and I can't remember offhand quite at this moment what was the title of the video. I don't know. I'm just so emotional right now because I'm not a hateful or mean person, and I hate to see anybody hurt. I did a video called Melody Cherie Rogers Control Your Millimeters, aka cult members. And so Miss Sonder puts, as you all can see, this is so sad. This is going to have other people in companies not wanting to work with her. But Mel don't care. She can come out and distance herself from these people, but she won't. She thinks she above others, but I tell her one thing, God don't like ugly. And baby, when I tell you that hit me, because no matter, hey butterfly, yeah, we back. It doesn't matter. One thing about me, I can dislike you, but I don't wish the worst for you. And I don't dislike any of these people on the shows. A lot of times I'm doing things because I see content creators are making negative videos and people are in the comments saying negative things. And I've never been the type of person to want to kick a person when they're down or wish them ill will. But that comment right there, baby, that's a whole mouthful. And I have been saying, I feel like I don't know why Melody won't come out and speak up or say anything. I know all of the millimeters, and sometimes I make a difference between people that support Melody and people that are millimeters. So oftentimes when people get in my comment and if they say something negative or whatever, I always ask them, do you support Melody or are you a millimeter? Because to me, a supporter is able to uplift Melody while being objective. And at the same time, a millimeter, they don't care. You either rolling with Melody 100% or you can kick rocks. And I've never been one to follow the crowd, but I also don't want to hurt anyone. And for this, whoever this person is, I don't know. It could be a child, it could be a man. I don't know who it is. But baby, when I tell you it touched me, it touched me. And I do realize that, and I have said that these people can't truly support Melody because of their behavior and their actions. It's turning people against Melody where you really don't care for her. You don't want to tolerate her. And anybody that's looking to do business, you know, they'll be hesitant to even want to approach her. And I just don't understand that. I don't know what's going on, but I know as far as I'm concerned and at my age, I'd rather build up my community rather than tear it down. And in the previous video, I commented how a lot of my subscribers, they're older than the age of 40. I mean, I have actually, I have like, if I'm not mistaken, I think 20, is it 29%? 29% of the people subscribed to my channel are over the age of 65, 65 or older. And And then majority of the people, the next high demographic, I think they're 45 and older. But anyway, my daughter said, Mom, she said, hey, Cans, big sis. No, Cans, big sis. I know I wasn't sowing any negativity, and I don't do that. I just go by whatever the person says. I point out the inaccuracies and so forth. But sometimes I see certain things and comments people put, and that's just not me. I mean, I know it's common here on YouTube for people to call people negative names and so forth. I don't do that. And I don't judge people for that. Now, if me and you got beat and we fighting, sure, I'm gonna get gutter and I'm gonna get in the ground with you. Butterfly, your device isn't connected. But hold on just a second. Uh, hey, Butterfly.
Hey, it's me.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I missed your earlier show. I kind of caught the end of it, but I can say this. I don't feel like you were sowing seeds of discourse. You were just speaking on the situation that happened. And I don't think you should feel bad for speaking the truth because that's the problem. We have too much negativity and not enough to balance it out. I've only seen
No.
one other content creator come out and be honest and speak about what they did to Shanita. I personally won't be watching her show because I don't support the person's network that she's on. But
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't mean I'm going to tell people not to watch it. My thing has always
Right.
been I I I'm going to speak how I see things, but
Mm-hmm.
you never caught me or heard me say, "Oh, don't support her, don't do this, don't do that."
Right.
I just speak on what I do, what I don't support. Now, if somebody else want to support her, that's their God given right. But at
Right.
the same
Right.
time, I don't think you was kicking the dog while it was down because we have to be honest. That's the problem. Nobody's being honest with these unhinged people. That was absolutely disgusting what they did to that girl. And only one
I,
other content creator I think spoke facts about that, outside of you. So I don't think
right.
you did anything wrong with speaking on what you saw. I'm gonna
No,
just be honest.
I know I didn't do anything wrong, but that's just not me. I'm like because I was about to unload the clip. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was about to unload the clip at 3 o'clock. I was ready. I wasn't planning on being on that other live that long. But baby, that this comment came from Miss Saunders at the right time. And so I can see it. I don't want to mess up anybody's opportunity to be able to make money, but Melody's going to have to at some point. She's going to have to speak out and not be afraid. And we all here on YouTube, we have witnessed how unhinged these people can be, how people can be. And I wouldn't doubt it if she could be afraid, but she is going to have to speak up at some point. But I don't want to be the one where people feel as if they can come and just tear
You know,
somebody down, because I don't do
yeah.
that. I left a sector where they did that, and that's not me. I'm looking
But
to
see, I
see
just think
people. Say that again.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not me. I'm not one of them people. I'm not. We tearing each other down too much as it is, and as an elder, being over 50, I
No,
mean,
I don't
look
feel
at
like
look
you
at.
was tearing her down. You was
I'm
yeah.
not saying I'm tearing her
Yeah.
down, tearing her down. I'm not doing that, and I know that's not my nature to do that. But what I'm saying, in our community as a whole, it's too much negativity all around. In each generation, nobody can ever climb and get higher. Any type of, and I'm not, when I use the word scam right now, you guys, I'm not calling any particular person a scammer, but CPNs filing for bankruptcy. Anytime those things come to the black community, when you learn how to get a little extra money to get ahead, by the time it reaches the black community, it's already ran through and burnt up. So guess who going to jail? The black folks are going to jail. Just like it's celebrated on television for people fighting and acting a fool and showing their butt and being. like all of that is crazy. I'm not one of those people. That's why I say money doesn't move me. It doesn't rule me. I like having money. Having money is nice so you can pay your bills. You don't have to struggle. But I have integrity and I have morals, and I'm going to be right and do right by everybody. So the fact that a supporter of hers or someone, and a lot of these people, come on, Butterfly, be honest. A lot of these people on here are trolls. You don't even know who they are. If you click on them, you can check and see that they're new. It's an anonymous page. So that's just that. They're keeping
Right.
us busy to tear down one another and talk about each other, but to tear down our community. Hell, where I know on my videos, I do videos where I talk about how we need to have reparations. Why in the hell is President Joseph Biden only coming to the black neighborhoods when it's time for a vote? And when he comes, he think all he got to do is go to a black restaurant to go eat some fried chicken. Look at Kamala Harris. She want to sit her tail. You ain't seen her all 4 years, and then when she come out, she want to be at a barbecue listening to hip hop music. Our people are more than that. We are the only race of people in the United States of America who are the descendants who survived slavery. We should never have to wait for a reparations check. This is not us asking for a handout. This is money that's owed for us. When it comes to doing right by the black community, they always want to do research. They got to do a survey. They have to do an audit. They don't want to give us nothing, but any and everybody else, they can get whatever they want to have. I'm tired of carrying people on my back. I'm tired of working like a mule. I'm tired of helping other causes in other community so we can get laws and legislations passed to benefit them. And don't nobody do that for us. But if it comes to tearing each other down, shooting, killing, whatever, drug dealing, getting high, whatever, that's promoted and it's supported. But anything talking about uniting us, educating us, it doesn't get any views, it doesn't get promoted, and we're old fashioned. And that's my tangent right there. So I am sorry. So if y'all here,
No,
and I'm
I
not talking referring to
understand.
you,
And honestly,
Butterfly,
that I,
hey Davita, happy
mhm.
Wednesday. Thank you, Kansas. Yeah, because if y'all came, because I was gonna be messy and be with the shits, but this young lady right here, I don't know who Paula Saunders is. It might be a troll page or whatever, because they don't have no subscribers. But let me tell you, I know Paula has commented on several of my videos. So what I want to tell you, that right there was meant for me to see that. And not only that, I saw a video of something, and I'm not going to share where I saw the video, and the person looks very unhappy. And I don't know what happens to people when they get in the entertainment industry. They think it's going to be all glitz and glamour. Anyway, it don't turn out that way. Like people tease Carlos King talking about, what other producer do you see on YouTube creating shows? Hell, what make y'all think Carlos King is any different than us? Don't we get the lowest wage? We don't get paid fairly for our skills, our creativity, our experience.
First
We
of
don't
all,
get paid the same.
yeah. First of
Go
all, this
ahead.
is his
What you got
first
to
time
say?
being independent. This is
Right.
Carlos' first time being independent. So I don't see what's the problem with him being on YouTube. Everybody else is on YouTube making money. Why can't he come on
No,
YouTube making money? Not,
it's not a
it's
it's
funny they
not a
got a
problem.
problem with Carlos being, yeah,
No, it's not a problem
but
with
we
him
got
being
people's
on here.
managers.
But
Yeah, come on
what
now. Hmm.
it's not a problem with Carlos King being on YouTube. It's just a sad factor. You can see Smokey Robinson, he out here still singing, performing at concert shows at the age of 85. It's only black folks, you gotta work till your damn heels fall off and you can never get ahead. Y'all see how all these black actors and actresses are being underpaid and not being paid fairly. Ain't nowhere in the world I sign up to work in somebody's movie and only get paid $12,000 when my white counterparts are being paid $1 million. Make that make sense. If y'all quit saying yes to these low wages and being underpaid, they wouldn't continue to treat us like this. How many times has a police officer gunned down somebody in the street that's unarmed? And then the parent of that loved one that was gunned down, they're willing to accept that blood money. You'll see old bobblehead ass Al Sharpton and old ambulance chasing Benjamin Crump running over there with the families to hold a press conference, and you never hear what the outcome is. I don't want no money if somebody shoot or kill my family member, goddamn it. I want some justice. And we know ain't no justice for just us because they put it on full display how the judges and prosecutors work hand in hand and how they're racist. Hell, they showed it up in your face. Man, don't have me go on a tangent. If you came here for some mess for me to talk about Sharnita's World, Melody Cherie Rogers, Dr. Heavenly Kind, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'd rather create peace than participate in destruction. Now, go ahead, Butterfly. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. You telling the truth
Okay,
because
yeah.
just recently, I don't know if you noticed, but just recently they're giving out more money to the Holocaust survivors after they done
They
already
get
gave them some money. They done
they
passed
always
a
have
new
they have
bill to
enough.
give them more money.
Now, where did you read that at?
They haven't.
Where
That's what I'm
was
saying.
that
They
at?
already gave them more money. I
Hmm.
want to say where did I see that at? It was a news outlet. I know it was a news outlet. I just can't
It was
remember
on a
which
news
one
outlet.
because a lot of the news outlets I watch. Yeah, it was like
Butterfly, let me
part
ask you a
of
question.
yes.
Butterfly, do you have a channel
Yes,
or
I
you
do,
just a
but
subscriber?
unfortunately I haven't been able to act.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh
You
no, I
lost your
I'm a
password.
content. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I can't remember my
Okay. Cause I
password. I'm
was gonna.
like dying back to yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Let me see,
I
Kansas.
yeah, it's been dormant. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can speak up over here, but I mean, I like to get messy, but at the same time, I need to talk about something else because, honey, I left a sector where they were tearing people down. We are all everyday working people, whether some of us are fortunate and blessed enough to have more money than others. There are some people that actually utilize YouTube to relax and decompress, de-stress. They're coming up here to try to laugh and have fun. Don't nobody want to come and be involved or hear negativity all the time. Like, I don't care if somebody is doing something illegal. That ain't my god doggone business. Let them do whatever they need to do to survive. Hell, eventually they'll get caught. Because my motto is this: the government has every black person in America under surveillance. So if you think they not recording anything you saying on a telephone, or whatever, baby, you are sadly mistaken. So hey, hey, Davita Jane,
Right.
how you doing?
Peace and blessings to you, Misbehaving and
Vita.
Butterfly.
Oh, I look.
Hey,
Okay,
beautiful.
what you got to say? Somebody else got money the
See,
other week too.
I took like a 2 week break from this sector.
Uh
Okay,
huh.
I'm just now catching up, and it seemed like nothing. It's still more things happening, and I noticed some things when I caught up with stuff yesterday, and
Mhm.
you made a good point in your live last night.
What
I watched it this morning about
Mhm.
that lady Shardita. I haven't had a chance to watch her show, but if she is gonna be on these other panels that that lady don't care for, they her supporters will shut her down.
Right. Right.
And
And this is what I go ahead. Go
right? That's
ahead. I'm sorry
feel
for
bad
interrupting.
for Anita 'cause-
I just said I've been
Yep, me
saying
too.
this
I'm
for
sorry.
years that I follows the Heavenly Father. He the one that wakes me up each day. And that's what matters, not some person who been through things like we haven't been through the same thing. Some of us was just
Mhm.
stronger enough not to have multiple children by no good person, maybe one or two children. But she's trying to copy Miss Stormy, I think, with the whole TikTok stuff I'm hearing, because Stormy was over there at TikTok first, blowing up.
Okay. Now, right about now, Davita, I hear
Mm-hmm.
that, but I'm not even talking about love and marriage right now. No, no disrespect, because we didn't talked about that. We know she over on TikTok, and we all know that Stormy Steele was over there first. Stormy was over there selling her products, and she even got a chance to go to headquarters. So we know that. I don't know at what point. Let me ask you, ladies, and let me ask people listening in the sky. Hey, Charmy, like, um, how much money is it? How much money is enough money for you to live comfortable for you and your family?
Probably five
Um,
thousand a month.
okay. What about you, Butterfly? What is a comfortable amount of money for you to have to live comfortably for you and your family? Butterfly? Okay.
It would be more than 5,000 because I live in a very pricey state. The rent. Can you hear
I
me?
know, but just for you, it not we can all hear you. But for you, it doesn't matter the
I think
amount,
I'm
but
having
for
a
you and your
delay.
mom.
You know what? I'm gonna go down and come back up because I think I'm.
Okay. To the people that are listening in the sky, put it down in the chat. What would be a comfortable amount for you to live comfortably for you and your family? Or if you're by yourself, because a lot of people that are here on YouTube, all of us, whether you're a subscriber, a content creator, whether you call yourself a celebrity, reality star, so on and so forth, we go through a lot of things. And when we come on here and we click on the different channels, we're coming to escape, we're coming to relax, we're coming to be entertained. If you find yourself frequenting a chat where the person, all they're doing is talking about negative things, they're not doing anything to make you laugh or to give you advice on how to grow, you always want to be around somebody that's going to uplift you. I'm not saying we're not going to beef and have trouble. I mean, that happens all the time. But for me, as you stated, Davita, $5,000 a month, that is a suitable amount for you and your family. For you to be
Yeah,
comfortable. And
I
I'm not mad. Go
yeah,
ahead.
I have an eight. My son is about to be 18. I've been divorced since 2010 when he was 4 years old. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
single mom, and I've been having to do the self-employed route for over a decade. And I
Okay.
help business
That's
owners and
good.
stuff like that. I do virtual assistant stuff to earn my money.
Okay.
So 5,000 a month is fine for me
You-
because I live kind of
Right.
frugal. I don't showboat and I don't
Mm-hmm.
like to draw attention to myself. I like to be low key with things.
Right. Right. And I think that's the problem with some people. So you got Ken's big sis in the chat. She says 7,500 monthly is would be a comfortable amount for her. It's just for herself and her hubby.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody have different amount of which they can live comfortably. Where people get in trouble at is when they start living beyond their mean, and you're trying to stretch and you taking from Peter to pay Paul. Some people they'll go out and buy designer clothes before they pay their bills and don't even own a home. What you say, Butterfly? Butterfly,
I agree
Butterfly.
with you on that. I see that around where I live. People got their taxes and they went and ball out and got these new cars, and that's dangerous because if you don't have a plan in place to manage that tow truck is coming, and all
Mm-hmm.
that money you paid is wasted. I've always been the type to try to buy a car from someone that sold
Mm-hmm.
it for a certain price that's in good standing. Or
Mm-hmm.
another thing I learned was those title loans sometimes have cars there where people owe, and I've seen expensive cars like Jaguars being sold for $5,000 on the amount that person owed, and the title loan
Mm-hmm.
company give you the deed and everything.
Oh wow. Okay.
I've learned that years ago when I was younger.
Mm. Okay. So the reason I asked that question is that a lot of these people that we're seeing on television, a lot of people that we're arguing, well, I shouldn't say arguing, but we're debating, we're bantering back and forth about on Love and Marriage Huntsville, Love and Marriage DC, Married to Medicine, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Potomac, any show with an all black ensemble cast, they're living this glamorous life, and it seems as if they have to have multiple streams of income to continue to maintain that lifestyle. But at some point, if you continue to do that, you end up losing yourself. And I'm not trying to be judgmental. You get it how you get it. But at what point, if you're a multimillionaire, how much more money do you reasonably need?
Exactly. That's why I like Stormy, because she's stuck with her brand for
Right,
years. She's not doing multiple streams. She innovates her brand by adding more different products in that same brand.
right. Now,
That's
see,
what
we
I like
have,
about her. We have been conditioned to think that we need more, and we don't. We
and
can
they say,
create our own way out here. It just sometimes it takes startup money, and sometimes you may have things in your home that could get you going, like a laptop and internet and things. And if you learn know some skills already, you could get it going.
right. That's why I say, real talk with Lady D. Real Talk with Lady D, she had a live a couple of days ago, and we were talking about that. And she was talking about trade schools. And I told her that I like trade schools too. I think we need more of them. Because I
Hmm.
will admit, years ago, I was one of those people that thought that the only way that you could succeed in life, you needed to go off to college, get a degree. Because it was one thing that my godmother told me as a young girl. She told me, get your education, get your degree, get your tassel. No, she calls it a shangle, the tassel that hangs on your hat. She said, get your tassel, because as long as you get your education, the white man can't ever take that from you. So I used to be a strong proponent of education, and sometimes we can be guilty of judging other people based on things that we've went through and survived. Like I come from a hard background, so if I would, and I've survived a lot of things. So if I was able to, get through college, get a degree, and obtain a career, you should be able to do that too. But college isn't for everybody. So
Mm-mm.
I think we do need more trade schools because we need more, honey. I love me a carpenter, a electrician, mechanic, a plumber. We need more men and women honing their skills, going through a trade school, because if you're licensed in that, you can be your own, you can be self-employed, be your own business owner.
That's right. That is so true. And I am for trade school. I've invested in different skills, like through online and getting career diplomas and different things that I was
Hmm.
interested in and made a business out of.
And see, that's what I'm talking about. And what else? What else? What are some of the things you like to do?
Well, one of my passions at the time, I took some courses about Google Business, and I was helping
Uh,
business owners who had brick and mortar shops who
mm-hmm.
needed help with Google Business Profile. I also do administration work where I help with administration for real business owners who needs help
Mm-hmm.
outsourcing their tasks, because not everybody is skilled with that. And
Let me ask
social
you.
and social
Oh,
media
go ahead.
marketing, I'm certified as a social media marketer as well, and that's the
Okay.
services I do.
Hold on just a second. Let me address Butterfly. You are absolutely right, Butterfly. I remember back in the day when I was younger. Yep, they had a bunch of trade schools and took them on out. Anything that we start participating in, they decrease it and get rid of it. I mean, I love one thing when I came out here in the South. Um, I grew up in California, and so there's very few black people in California. And I know some people don't like for us to refer to ourselves as black. They think of black as being something negative, but I don't. That's brainwashing. The word black is beauty, is power, is strength. Black helps everything shine and stand out. Without black, you couldn't accent anything. Black makes you look slimmer. So, African Americans, black people, because truth be told, some of us cannot trace back our family lineage due to the way our ancestors were treated. We were enslaved, our ancestors were. So we can't trace our history all the way back like everyone else can. And honey, I'm not giving my DNA and blood to no ancestry.com African. I'm not giving my blood and DNA to nobody. Do you hear what I'm saying? Honey, I don't even program my fingerprint on my cell phone because I'm paranoid they'll copy my fingerprint from the cell phone. Baby, bye. But anyway, Butterfly says my youngest is going to trade school. That's how we were surviving back in the day. They took them out of schools because they noticed that. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I apologize for that, Tavita.
Oh, it's
So
okay.
anybody else? Anybody got a
And
question? Anybody? Go
I,
ahead.
I, I, I do want to mention something. I don't know if people know this, but for some years, a lot of people happened when they was earning good money with DoorDash and Lyft and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the IRS is trying to propose a new bill in place that turn these independent contractor gigs into W-2. You notice that they're trying to not have people live their best lives, and it's wrong.
It's always like that. It's like that. That's just like you have, I think I saw earlier in the chat, I think it was Ken's Fixes, how she was saying somebody else is being given money by the government. I know Lady D, Real Talk with Lady D did a live. Here, I'm gonna mute your mic for a second. Real Talk with Lady D did a live a couple of days ago where she was talking about how in Chicago they are giving migrants $9,000 a month and a place to stay. And so my feelings on that is they're purposely doing that to cause friction between the Black community and the Latino community because they are purposely bringing migrants to the major cities that are predominantly populated by Black Americans. Now, they brought in Ukrainians from Ukraine, gave them a house, allowed them to use their driver's license or whatever they use from their country to be able to operate motor vehicles here in the United States. But nobody made a big fuss about that. It's all by design. You see, they're not taking any of those migrants and dropping them off in the suburbs that are heavily populated with Caucasians. It's all by designs to help us fight one another. I'm not fighting anybody. I don't care what money you gave somebody. I just want my reparations check and where is our money at? And I see Tanya Butterfly, something wrong with your sound, sweetie. Tanya, you said your family has traced us back to Ghana. See, Tanya, you are one of the fortunate ones. You are one of the fortunate ones. Let me put this here. I don't know what's wrong with your sound, Davita. I'm gonna have to let you down, Mama. Yeah. Ooh. Let's see. Charmy said that's a blessing to be able to know um your roots, Miss Tanya. Yes. Oftentimes, are any of you like me? Oftentimes, sometimes I may see someone or I may see a photo. I remember one time I was taking African American history. And I kid you not, I saw a lady in there, and baby, she favored me, or well, rather, I favored her. And as I'm sitting in a class, heavily dominated, dominated by Caucasians and Latinos and Asians, I said, I wonder if I came from her tribe because we look so familiar. Have any of you ever done that? Maybe you've seen somebody past, present, or in a book or magazine, and you notice that they have the same facial features as yourself. Yes, Miss Tanya, it perpetuates division. Yes, it does. Who is this? It's about classism, not race. Race is just convenient. You got that right, Charmy. It is. It is. And sometimes I also say that too. You know, um they pit us against one another to fight, whether it's black against white, black against Latino, black against Asian. They pit us all against each other, so those up at the top with the most money, they have the most to gain and we have the most to lose. I know there are a lot of people here from the south, here on the east coast. Do you guys remember what was that guy's name? It was a white guy that was running for president. Uh, Look, that narrows it down, huh? It was John Edwards. Does anybody remember Senator John Edwards? Because I remember when I was a little girl, the best president that I know of when it came to benefiting black people was President Jimmy Carter, and he was from Georgia. He's from Georgia, and I think his wife passed away. Miss Rosalind, she passed away at the end of last year, you guys. But I remember when John Edwards, I think he was a senator from North Carolina. Oh, let's see. He was talking positively, like he wanted to do things for everybody. He really was an advocate for the poor working class people. Do you know anybody that wants to do something to benefit everybody in America and especially help those without, they always find a way to scandalize him. Can you y'all remember when they found out he had that mistress and his wife was she was diagnosed with cancer or whatever, and he ended up having a baby with the mistress. So he ended up dropping out of the race. He ended up dropping out the presidential race, and you never heard from John Edwards again. So Ken's big sis says she sees this little woman on YouTube all the time, and I swear I'm looking at a smaller version of myself. I know, right? I really, and then sometimes when I'm working in the hospital, sometimes occasionally a lot of times I get people that'll ask me, "Are you related to so and so?" And I'll say no, and they always tell me, "Well, you look just like," and or then I'll get people that say, "Your face is so familiar. I've seen you somewhere. I've seen you somewhere." And I said, "Yes." I said, "I used to be a celebrity in my former life, but I wanted to hide away from the crowd, so I decided to become a nurse." And then everyone, would start laughing. Tanya, let me see what you put up here. Tanya, you said they brought us in through Virginia, sold us to a Cajun family in Louisiana, moved us to East Texas. Both sides, mom and dad, can be traced back to different slave owners in our area. See, Tanya, oh my God, you are somebody I would love to have on a live to talk about because you are fortunate. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And see, they want us all. What they trying to do is, let me shut up because I'll go on a tangent. Hold on, Davita. Let me add you to the stage. There you go.
Oh, I had to
Charmy.
switch my
Y-
phone.
Okay. Oh, you about to switch?
No, I switched my
That is
phone and
so.
came back. I remember
Okay.
John Edwards. I live in North Carolina now, and I'm trying to move from North Carolina. I'm not happy here. So,
What's wrong with North Carolina?
North Carolina, it's a lot of politics. And where I live, um, it's a lot of big fish and small pond here. A lot of greediness here. And that's why I'm not happy with the state. There used to be a time where I seen a lot of successful black people, The business owners when I lived in Columbia, South Carolina, and where I live at here, it ain't like that in North Carolina. Where I live at, you got to pull yourself out of bootstraps and get it how you could live where I live at. And see, they don't have trade schools here, and this is why young black men get in trouble. There was just a drug bust last week. These young black men got $500,000 bonds. And this is the setup trap they do. If they had trade schools here, a lot of these young black men would not be in the streets like they is. Do y'all agree with me on that? And because there's no jobs, being an entrepreneur is a spiritual thing. You have to go to the Heavenly Father to make things happen, for you. Because it's rough out here. And North Carolina put me through the ringer living here. But because rent has changed, there was a time where rent used to be 500 or 600. Now the rent is higher.
All right, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to the internet on my laptop. I had to sign into my cell phone. Jesus.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what the hell is wrong. So I know I was asking, I saw somebody, Ken's Big Sis, they trying to get us to move back where? Yeah, I hope it ain't Africa. I ain't got nothing against Africa. But baby, uh, uh. But all right, y'all. Let me see. It's 3:46. I feel a little better. I feel a little better. But I want to thank y'all for coming to hang with me. It wasn't what we were talking about. I might kick up some back to the home. Oh, they trying to get us to move back to the homeland. Well, it get cut me my reparations check. I'd be right back over there in the motherland, uh, uh, in a jiffy. But then again, we built America. So if anybody needs to
Exactly.
be leaving to go somewhere, Kansas Big Sis, it's them. They need to go on and get on those bus and head back over to Europe to the Caucasoid caves. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Tanya, you said my grandparents were educators, and we are one of the few families here where all of the kids have a degree. Oh, wow. I am proud of our success as a people, and this mess that we have going on just kills me. Tanya, yes, you are. Yes, yes. I hear you. I hear you, and I see you, and I definitely understand. I know Real Talk with Lady D. She shares a lot about history in our community, and we need more of that. I would love
Right.
to have you on the line.
Yeah, I did a lot of digging too. Um,
I would love to have you on a live one day, Miss Tanya, because I love that, and that's what we need more of. Because a lot of people, and I'm going to talk about me, use me as an example. I didn't grow up in the best environment. Growing up with people really didn't look like me, so I didn't know my history. So I'm always honored and amazed when I meet people, that know their history, and it's passed on to each generation. Can you imagine once upon a time, we used to be the teenagers, at least I used to. Hell, now I'm over 50, I'm considered the elders. And then when I look at the young women and men that are younger than me, and some of them not doing the best things, I get heartbroken and disappointed. And I said, I don't even know if we will have a black community in another 50 years, because you got a environment where the black men hate black women hate black men, the kids are either on drugs or alcohol, promiscuous, fighting and killing each other, or they're interracially uh, getting together and having kids. Where will the black community be? So I don't know. I agree. They need to get to building the Mayflower and Titanic and get to getting. Casmic says you a mess. I have never been on a live. Don't worry, I'm new to it too. I'm Shoot. I think this. I have to go back and check, but I think this may be the fourth time. One it might be the fourth or fifth time that I've had people up on a live with me. I'm still figuring it out. I'd always tell people I do this as a hobby to have fun. Um, but yes, I need to take my butt back on to work. These folks want to act crazy out here. I remember the nurses told me, we can tell you from California. I said, how do you know? How you know that? Because you sure will speak your mind. I sure will. I shoot. I let these folks know slavery ended over 400 years ago. I know that everything operating like it's a modernized plantation. Well, I'm not no slave. Shit. Better watch who you talking to, because I ain't the one. I would love you to talk to my aunt and uncle. They research and are amazing. Oh, wow. Those are the ones I love, our elders. Oh, my God. I had met this gentleman. I think he and his brother, I know they served in the Navy, and I'm trying to remember how the story went. He was a doctor, and he was the first black, uh, I think he was the first black mathematician, but they were this Lyle Station, Indiana. That's what it's called. Their family founded Lyle Station, Indiana, and his wife got a scholarship, and I ended up getting the scholarship. I never knew who this man was. It was by coincidence, and you know what? It wasn't by coincidence. It was uh, divine timing, and it was by purpose, because some folks know my history. I've always wanted to be a math teacher. I love math, but a lot of people told me I should be a nurse. Well, anyway, I get this scholarship in college, and God, it's called Dr. something Lyles, and I cannot remember his first name. But I was awarded his nursing scholarship because the only criteria is you had to be African American. So anyway, while I'm working through school, I was a certified nurse assistant. And so I would go to school, and I would also go and do visits at people's home. Well, on this one day, they wanted me to relieve a CNA taking care of the gentleman. And I didn't know they were African American. So I pull up to the house, and when I get in there, we start talking. And then when he told me to go down into the basement. He had so many news clippings and articles, and explained how his family were freedmen, and how his family founded the city. It's called Lyles, Lyles, Lyles Station, Indiana. They founded that. And then how he and his brothers were twins. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was the first mathematician. Maybe he got it. But anyway, I was one of those people. I was so overwhelmed with emotions after reading the walls and looking at the photos and reading the newspaper clippings, that I came up and then I touched his hand and I told him, thank you. See, I'm over 50 now. At that time, I was much younger than I am now. But I told him, thank you. I said, thank you. You are a living legend. I said, I can only imagine what you went through. Um, and I said, so there's no need for me to complain about what I'm experiencing right now, because it doesn't compare what you went through. And I said, I'm able to achieve anything I want to achieve because we're standing on your shoulders. So I want to thank you. And he said, it's okay, sweetheart. And I'm just crying. And he told me, give him a hug. And the little white nurse, she didn't know what I'm crying for, why he's hugging, and whatever else. That's because that's a living legend. That's history I never heard, I don't know about. And then I just happened to be the person that was awarded his wife's scholarship, his scholarship that he named in his wife's honor. And here I got the opportunity to meet him in person. So
Wow.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
That was
awesome.
like to speak with the elders. I love to hear and see those types of stories. Yes, Candic sis. Who's your grandpa? Tanya? Tanya, who is your grandpa? Girl, don't tell me Dr. Lyles is your grandfather. Tanya. Well, you said Louisiana, so it can't be. Or your family has a similar story as Dr. Lyles. Girl, you're about to make me tear up and cry. Okay, did you send the link to my email address? Or where did you send it? Or were you talking to somebody else? Oh God. I tell you, and I know we come from um industrious people, creative people, people that were prevented from learning, reading, writing. Some of our ancestors, they taught themselves. So, I mean, we have centuries upon centuries of where our ancestors have been brainwashed to where it's in their DNA and it's passed on to us. They've done everything they could to destroy our community. They have, and they weren't successful. Slavery didn't destroy us. Integration didn't destroy us. Jim Crow didn't do it. They introduced cocaine to the black community, crack cocaine. That didn't destroy us. But this rap music, at the time I was a kid, I didn't see anything wrong with it. But now I see how slowly but surely it is destroying and
Yeah.
deteriorating the image of the black woman. Once upon a time, I mean, oh my God, like the black women, we are the last women on the front line. If they can destroy our image, have us disrespect ourselves, ruin our bodies, and so forth, I mean, we are the only one that can carry a black baby and bring a black baby into life.
Hmm.
So I don't care how many black men sleep with a white woman, Asian woman, Latino woman. It's a black woman that baby is going to come into this life. So I don't mean to offend anyone. I know I have people of all races, socioeconomic statuses. I understand that. And too many times our community, we run to the aid and help everyone else, but nobody helps us. And it's not to exclude, offend anyone, but right now I can't be concerned with anybody else's feelings at the moment, but my community, because so many of us refuse to speak up. Those that have the most, they do the least. They have that mentality. I got mine, you got to get yours.
Right. We don't want to help each other. And see, when my dad was younger, he is from North Carolina. When he was alive and stuff, brothers and sisters, when one will leave and go up north to better themselves, they'll bring the rest with them to better themselves. But that those days are gone.
Right. Hold on just a second. Davita. Miss Gwen, thank you that they doing a video on me. Thank you. That's fine. That's fine. Because you know what they say. I'm not even worried about it at all. Because evil people have evil intentions and they'll do anything to throw a person off. And all I can be is authentically me. I know who I am, I know what I represent, and I know who I'm here to uplift. So if they want to participate in the matter, right. That's their right. But I can tell you what, people are allowed to say whatever they want to say online. The only thing I tell you is this: I am a survivor of abuse. I suffer from PTSD. Do not pop up on me unannounced. Do not approach my home or my family because, in my mind, you're trying to hurt me. And it's a fight or flight. And I'm not about to flight, I'm going to fight. And in my mind, you're trying to harm me. So I will beat you to death. And I mean that literally. That's what's wrong with people. Maybe it'll give them new content to create, but they all claim they're Christians. I don't know because she doesn't have a mod. Yeah, I don't do mods. I don't do that. I don't trust everyone. And really, I do solo dolo because I don't like for anybody to accuse me of yeah. It's too many funny people on here, and I've said enough. Do you have anything you would like to say, Butterfly? Because it's 4 o'clock, and that's probably Butterfly. Okay. So Butterfly doesn't have anything to say. So whoever recording, that's probably why it's feedback or whatever else, but I don't care. I said that because Tanya wants to share the link for her grandfather. No, I don't click on no links, but if she wanna send it to the email or post it in the comment, uh, post it on my community wall. I'm about to end this video and I'll post it so everybody can go to it to read about her uncle and aunt. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't do mods. I roll solo dolo. You send it to my email? Okay. I'll check it. Well, y'all, it is 4:01, and what I will do is let me check the email. Tanya nurse. Um, um, I didn't do it. It says no subject. Uh, okay. So I'm gonna cut this off. It didn't show up. Yeah, put it on the comment section. I'll put a post up there. So I'm about to end this live, and then that way everybody can link it. But I hope y'all like what y'all heard. Whoever recording my video now, if you want permission to post me on YouTube, you hit my Cash App. Let me put it on up here. So y'all can hit this Cash App and just say, I'm going to use your video, your face, or your recording on my channel. And send me a Cash App to Misbehaving is Fun. And I'll say yes. I'll respond back to you. Because you'll send me a Cash App and I'll send the cash back to you stating I give you permission to use my voice, image, and likeness. So you can use it on YouTube. But y'all messing around trying to be messy with me, baby. It'll blow back on you and it won't be nothing nice. But all right, y'all. I'm misbehaving. And the name of this channel is Misbehaving is Fun, where I talk about real people, real problems, and real drama. And hey, even celebrities are real people too. You guys be safe in these YouTube streets because ain't nobody mad but the devil. And if you find yourself being mad at anything that Misbehaving had to say, baby, chances are the devil is you. Y'all have a beautiful day. Thank you, Butterfly. Thank you, Butterfly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's all right, Miss Tanya. We'll figure it out together. But I checked my email and I didn't see anything. I'll see if it's blocked. I'll check the spam. Okay. Thank you. Goodbye.